so what is the, like you had a group of 60 people, like you mentioned, like your cohort was of 60 people. So does being a dentist give you an advantage, and what are the backgrounds that people come from? Does our degree give us any advantage whatsoever in the course somewhere?
It's funny because it works very opposite in Canada. In Canada, people don't apply to med school or dental school right out of high school or college.
Right,
They do their bachelor's, they do their master's, and then they apply to medicine or dentistry, sometimes after bachelor's, but sometimes after master's as well. So a lot of people I know were planning to apply to med school or dental school after completing public health degree.
right,
And then there was me, and there was another Indian who had done our MBBS. He had actually done his MD in community medicine,
right,
and then there was me who did my BDS, and we are here, and we are like, okay, but we don't want to practice medicine or dentistry anymore. So it's different. Public health, my cohort had a huge variety of people. People, there were nurses, there were dentists like me, there were doctors, there were people who had studied economics, people who had studied biostatistics, people who had studied neurology, microbiology, pharmacology, things like that. And so I think it was a very interesting mix of people, and it is not necessary for you to have a certain kind of previous degree. I think
right.
anything works as long as you know how to strengthen your application, how to spin that into your cover letter, and how to um, talk about how your undergrad plus this master's degree is going to help you in your future prospects.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. That's actually a good thing to know. Okay, so ma'am, what are the job prospects like after doing an MPH from Canada, in Canada?
um, in Canada, it is good. Like I said, it does take some time, and you need to be patient and need to start a job hunt early on. The field is vast, so you can work in in the field of health promotion, public health research, public health program design and implementation, program evaluation. You can be a data analyst. You can be an epidemiologist. You can be a health policy analyst. You can even work with the parliament on building some health policies, passing some bills, helping them do their research. I know some people who do that as well. You can go into health economics and public health consulting, things like that. And some or all of these jobs could be found in NGOs or government, public health organizations, state or national, or even local public health organizations, private organizations, hospitals, universities, um, and yes, all of these. And Canada has opportunities and institutions for everything. There are enough opportunities if you know where to look at them. And as far as global health is concerned, because I was doing global health, Canada does not have a lot of opportunities in global health as compared to USA and UK. They do have education that's focused, but compared to like job prospects, I wouldn't say not as much as UK or US.
Okay, got it.
Yes, but I mean, Canadian government does offer a lot of funding opportunities for health research programs or health programs in general. And so because of all of this funding, there is a lot of job opportunities. So that helps. One thing I would mention is that the competition is high too. There is very
Right,
high competition for all kinds of jobs. So it it is very important that you build on your profile from the very beginning. So suppose you're starting your first year at university, take that first semester to like get used to the program and the curriculum and people and everything. And then second term onwards, maybe start a part-time job and start building on it. Start preparing. And say suppose your focus is infectious diseases. Find a part-time job in infectious diseases. Start profiling yourself from very beginning. So that helps a lot.
That's a very good tip, and I think this podcast not only will help people get in, but get a job after it as well, because which is
I
very
hope so.
important.
Yeah.
I hope so too. I hope so too. Okay. And ma'am, another thing, does everyone get a job? Like, is the placement rate good? Even though you said it takes time, but is it that everyone gets a job?
Well, I think my answer might be a little biased because I'm from McGill. And like I said, McGill is one of the top universities. And so people from McGill get placed easily. Like they get
Right.
their jobs way more faster and
Fast.
easily as compared to other universities, I guess. So I think that really helps. But I think from what I heard from my university, most of them got either a permanent placement or at least like a temporary contract. And they had and then the temporary contracts get converted to a permanent position after a year or so, or maybe after 2 years. So most of them did quite well.
Right. Okay, that sounds good. I mean, if you get in, I always suggest if you are going outside, get into a good college or don't get into it, because there's no point spending so much money and then, be at that crossroad all over again that you are not getting a job. That's something that
Exactly.
I always suggest and recommend.